I got a unboxing of one of the first Beatles album cover manufactured in the United States or in North America. This was made in July of 1963, the summer of July 1963. It's called the Stereo Add-Back. It's got the little printed in the USA here on the side. Got the glossy slick. It's got the ads on the back to disguise that it has Love Me Do on there, because they didn't have the rights to Love Me Do at that time. Got a price tag of $3.89, and it was bought on February 13th, 1964, a few days after the Beatles were on Ed Sullivan for the first time. There are no seam splits, and the corners are pretty nice. Excellent condition. Hardly any wear at all. The record looks like it's never been played. And it's got the first label with the stereo on top. This record was pressed at Monarch Records in Los Angeles in beginning of 1964, and Rush released after I Want to Hold Your Hand started getting played all over the radio. So this album was officially released a week before Meet the Beatles. They made 6,000 of these covers in Chicago in the summer of 1963, but out of those 6,000, only 2% were stereo, so like 120 of them, because nobody really had stereos at that time. They all played it with the mono record players. So that is pretty amazing. I would say that's one of the top 5 best conditions in the world. And I will be putting it up on eBay to sell. Hello, this is Mr. Sticker Mania, again from Louisville, Kentucky, to present another Holy Grail Beatles album that I acquired. This is a rare, original, authentic stereo version 1 of Introducing the Beatles, the most counterfeited album of all time. Only about 25 original of this stereo with the title backs exist in the world today. It's in the original Sears bag, which protected it. That's the way, they weren't shrink wrapped in 1964, early 64, so Sears put that baggie on it. See the glossy slick on the front cover, and the watch there, you can see the time on it. That's how you can tell it's original. And honey, there's no ink missing from the N or the E. And also has this little 1/4-inch flap on the very top that only originals have. And this is the matching stereo record. It has a 6/28/63 in the matrix of the dead wax. That's the side 1 label with the Love Me Do on the bottom. And that's a side 2. But the story of the title back is, then first of all, they used up all the ad backs covers that I have in one of my older videos. And then they used a blank back because they didn't want anybody, especially Capitol Records, to know that P.S. I Love You and Love Me Do was on there. And when they ran out of all those, they put out a few of the title backs before they changed where it was Please Please Me and Ask Me Why on here. So that's my new rare Holy Grail that I have up for sale on my Sticker Mania 2853 store. I'm gonna bring